Hello everyone, it's Piero Caro. You can call me Angela, and welcome to Ys. Or rather, this is the Ys Chronicles Plus remake. I've always known it as Ys growing up, but hold on, let me adjust the sound a little bit. The SFX is a little loud while the BGM is a little quiet. Alright, so to give you a little introduction, since I know this game is on the more, I guess it's not exactly obscure, but it's not exactly well known either. So for those who don't know, Ys is it's an RPG series made by Falcom. It's not, I don't think it's their flagship title. I think their flagship title is another series that I'm not actually familiar with, but Ys is the series I grew up with because, I don't know, we just had the game. However, the version of Ys I grew up with was actually a remake. The very original Ys was actually released in 1989. The original version was in 1989, and the version I grew up with was Ys Complete from 2001. That's the first remake, and the remake that I grew up with. It's why if you look over here in the options, in the sound, the BGM type I have selected Complete. But you can in fact check out what the original PC-88 version is like, if you want to. And then the Chronicles version is the current remake. Well, I say current. This remake, Ys Chronicles Plus, is actually Ys Chronicles is this is the second remake, and this was actually released in 2009. So I guess it's not really that. Okay, Chronicles was in 2009. Chronicles Plus, the version on Steam right now, is in 2013. Even so, I guess that's not really recent anymore, is it? Huh. Wow, time flies. But yes, I'm gonna stick to the complete version because that's the version I grew up with, and it's the version that gives me the most nostalgia. So yeah, this is a very old RPG, and it's a pretty lengthy series by this point. Hello, Gator in the. Hold on, let me try to read that. Gator in the nice suit. Thank you for joining the stream. I am pretty excited to get started on Ys because I honestly find the story isn't really like anything to write home about. It's a pretty standard JRPG story. Ah, alright, nice to meet you, Gator. So, let's delve into the world of Ys, starting with the first game. Choose game mode. Oh, I will stick to complete. Same. I really like the Ys series too. Funnily enough, though, I only ever played 1, 2, Felghana, and Origins. I do have Napishtim, but I never actually finished that game, and I don't know why. I know I started it a couple times, but I never finished Napishtim. I really love this game's OST, honestly. It's always been my favorite thing about the series, honestly. The fifth installment never got the remake? What? No wonder I know nothing about it. God, now I'm curious. I literally just looked up East 5 Lost Kefin, and wow, I can't believe it never got a remake. Ah, we're alive. Dr. Bluto. For those who are not familiar with the series, a lot of this game's story is in the game manual that came with the disc, or at least back when this game was sold as physical media. So like a lot of the background about the game was in the little manual, and in the manual it basically explained that Adol was inspired by stories about like the vanished kingdom of East, and so you know he's this young 15-year-old boy. He went on this whole adventure, and his boat crashed, and he got attacked by. Okay, this was only in the manual. This wasn't in the opening cutscene, but he got attacked by these like demon wolves, and the townspeople had to rescue him, and that's why he's in this hospital bed right now. Was he 15 or was he 16? I forgot. I just know that he was like a very young teenage, not like super young, but like he was a teenage boy. I know that with each game that progresses, he gets like 1 year older or so. Was he 15? Was he 16? Somewhere in that ballpark. Ah, good. You're awake. Don't strain yourself now. Your body is covered in bruises. So, you're still hurting anywhere? Yes, I have 7 HP. Adol checked himself over. There was some pain, but nothing debilitating. Oh yeah, Adol is a silent protagonist. I think the first time he ever speaks was at the very end of the second game. Get some rest. You're in the clinic at Barbadoport. Hey Dad, is the stranger awake yet? Oh, Adol has a VA in the later games? That's crazy. Also, thank you for the slurp redeem, Manager Bunny. Don't worry, I'm keeping hydrated. I got a bottle of water. God, that is crazy. I can't believe Adol actually gets a VA in the later game. Well, then again, considering how much the later games developed into like 3D action games, I guess they can't really keep him silent forever. Ah, Sloth, you're early. How did the meeting go? Same as always, no real progress. Well, the patient's only just awoken. Glad to see you're back among the living. Ah, yes, where are my manners? My name is Bluto. I own and operate this clinic. This is my son, Sloth. He found you collapsed on the beach and brought you here. We drove off the rebel that attacked you. It was a real close call. Oh, okay, they do explain that part in the game. Adol told Sloth his name and expressed his gratitude. Adol, eh? Good name. Don't recognize you though. Where are you from? Adol explained that he journeyed from Promalok to Esteria by boat. My word, you came from overseas. Yuki Kaiji. I feel like I recognize that name. Yuki Kaiji. I feel like I recognize that name. What else has Yuki Kaiji voice acted in? Let's see. Oh, okay, never mind. He was in a lot of stuff, so I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Yeah, no, I'm looking at his list of things now. And it's like, oh, okay, he voice acted like everything, so I guess I shouldn't be surprised I've seen his name before. Amazing. You're the first man I know of to get past the storm wall. What do you two think you're doing? What do you two... what do you think you... Oh my god, I can't believe I'm messing up that. What do you two think you're doing? Uh-oh, here she comes. Watch out, boys. She'll chew you up. I'll chew you up, Sloth, if you keep making comments like that. The man's wounded, you know. Shouldn't you leave him be? He needs his rest. That's my Ayla, always keeping us in check. You make a good point, my dear. Yeah, okay, I'll stop talking his ear off. Rest up, Adol, but know this, I'm not done with you yet. Under the clinic's care, Adol recovered quickly. Several days later... So yeah, Esteria, the land we're in now, has been surrounded by a massive storm wall for a long time now, with no in and out. How do I open the menu again? Ah, there we go, inventory. I have nothing. Good morning, Adol. You seem to be in tip-top shape now. Still, you should probably take it easy for a bit, just in case. Oh, no, never mind. Well, I suppose a walk around town could do you some good. Just don't overexert yourself. For a boy your age to have slept so soundly, you must have quite a story to tell. Adol, the portside warehouse has become home base for the town's militia. Sloth should be there. He can answer any questions you might have. Just be careful not to do too much too soon. Listen, Adol, there are monsters outside town, so don't push your luck, okay? Yeah, no, the nurse is really pretty. Honestly, I really like the art style in the first game. Like, the art style in the first game is... It's just so classic, honestly. Hi, nurse. Slav is well on his way to making the town's militia a force to be reckoned with. He's always been one to insist on shouldering everyone else's burdens. A real stubborn one. He never listens to a single word I said. Yeah, no, the art style really is it's the nostalgia factor, really. Like, art styles have changed so much over the decades that, like, this kind of older art style is super nostalgic. He reminds me of someone else in this room. Adol, I know you're a strapping young lad and all, but please don't overestimate yourself. We don't want you getting hurt again. Okay. Well, you seem healthy enough to want to be up and about, but still, take care of yourself out there, okay? Man. One thing about old, it's really weird, like, playing this game again after, like, all the video game developments over the decades, and especially with RPG Maker. After working for RPG Maker for so long, I'm just like, wow, RPG Maker really took its... I guess I shouldn't be surprised... How do I say this? What I mean to say is, like, RPG Maker obviously takes its inspiration from, like, just classic JRPG, but the fact that, like, even the tile sets in this game is so similar really speaks to how much Ys is, like, just a extremely classic JRPG. Like, the set pieces and everything is so extremely classic JRPG. Ah, there we go. Our first step into Barbados Port. Old Man George. Well now, who might you be? I see, so you're the young man that Dr. Bluto has been looking after. You must have been through a lot. But you're looking very well. That's Bluto for you. There's a fortune teller who lives in Minea to the north. She predicted the storm wall, the monsters, everything. If there's something you need to know, you should go visit her. She'll answer every question you could possibly have. Once you're feeling up to it, that is. Don't want your wounds reopening after all. Alright, thank you. Yeah, no, we're completely unarmed right now. And despite our sprite, we don't actually have armor either. The classic identical trees RPG. The classic JRPG identical trees tile sets. You know, it's so weird playing this game again after having worked with RPG Maker so much and just being like, man, this really is just a classic JRPG. Torrance's house. Slav is working hard to keep the town safe, but in the end he may just be kidding himself. Rather than live in fear of a monster attack, wouldn't it be better for everyone in Barbados to move to Minea? However hard we try, we're simply no match for the monsters. If they attack us, we're done for. Hey mister, did you come from the mainland? Isn't the storm wall really neato? I hope it stays forever. If it ever goes away, the girl next door will have to leave with her family. 3 cheers for the storm wall. It's what got me my girlfriend. I like this kid's attitude. No one will have to... Yeah, no, it's true. Like, it literally, if they just stop monsters from appearing, then nobody has to leave. This is a town where I was born and raised. It's my home. Do you consider even leaving this place? But my child's safety is paramount, so perhaps Minea with its city walls really is the place to be. I was gonna say, like, it would be kind of a bad idea to abandon the port town, but then again, if you literally cannot go out boating, then the port town is no different from, like, a regular town. Are you a dog or a cat? You're a dog. Hi. How do you... Fisherman Betalo. Okay, this is another fun thing about this being like an old Japanese RPG is like all the characters that are supposed to be European have really strange names. It's like fantasy European names. I've been fishing here for as long as I can remember. Since the storm wall appeared, my catch has been consistently bigger than ever. I believe one would call that a mixed blessing. The fate factor, for real. It's like... Hi, Misery. Yeah, no, it's like fantasy Europe. Fantasy Europe has like such a fascinating like linguistic development that's just completely detached from real life Europe. Since the ships are all grounded, there's no work to be had at the harbor anymore. Hello, Fifi man. Thank you for joining. I had been hoping to branch out into silver trade, but that didn't exactly work out either. bad luck all around. Yeah, this game is Ys, the first game in the series. Originally released in 1989, then remade in 2001, and then remade again in like 2009, and then 2013, because it is a classic. Watch out for the blue-headed demons out in the field. Be careless and you'll be dead. You're only human after all. If you're not sure about your chances for survival, then run away. Run like the wind. Hey, you have a blue head too. What do you say to that, buddy? You got a blue head. These little critters are called picards. They've been raised as livestock here for generations. Their meat is absolutely delicious, but they're real easy prey for monsters, so we raise them here, where nothing can hurt them but us. Very honest about your livestock. I also like that they have to... It's related to Ryu Breath of Fire. I also really like that they introduce like, hey, these animals are called picards, because I know that it's for the player who doesn't know about this world, but like, in universe, this would imply that this old man doesn't think that these picards exist in the mainland. And that if there's a foreigner here from the mainland, then he must introduce them to the concept of these animals. Honestly, it creates kind of an amusing like world building aspect where it's like, huh. Hi. Things were great 6 months ago. Huge trade ships were coming in constantly and Barbados was flourishing. Maybe Adol's just stupid. He's too young to know what a picard is. But these days all we can do is fish, fish, fish. I yearn for the way things were. Yeah, no, that is true. He is a teenager. He gets older later in the series, but right now he's literally just a teen. Honestly, the fact that he ages 1 year every game, I remember making the joke with my sister that like they're just gonna keep making Ys games forever, and every game Adol just gets 1 year older. I know that in canon he eventually like retires at a specific age, but imagine if they just made one game for every year that passes. And eventually you just have like Ys 40, where Adol is just like middle-aged adventurer. Oh, he doesn't retire? I thought he eventually retires. Like, when he's like old and stuff. He disappears? What? Oh my god, he disappears? Wow, okay, I really have not been up to date with my Ys lore then. They just won't let this man retire. He'll be adventuring when he's like... I guess that is the fate of RPG heroes though. They're just kind of doomed to adventure forever. Hello, Darla. My son and his wife live in Minea. They keep asking me to go live with them, but they must be joking. This is my home. I could never leave here no matter what the danger. It's locked. Oh right, the stores are not open yet. Oh, never mind it. Oh no, this is the pub. Hi. Before the storm wall appeared, this bar was always packed. I can handle being poor. I just really hate being bored all the time. Yeah, I dread work getting boring during the summer too. I'm gonna have a lot of time to do absolutely nothing. He had so much contact with divine entities, probably still. Oh yeah, no, that's true. Adol, like, for those who don't know, Adol, like, I mean, this is a classic JRPG after all. Like, a hero just has to like deal with like gods and demons and stuff, you know. It's like there's no being just a regular human for a classical hero. Accidentally seduced a few goddesses. Yeah, no, it's true. It gets bonkers. Such stunning red hair. You must be Adol, no? Dr. Bluto told me all about you. As you can see, we're on a bit of a break right now. The storm wall's not conducive to tourism after all. Hi. Have I been in this house yet? Not yet. Mason's house. My daddy always talks about leaving Esteria, but why would I leave when I have so many good friends here? Oh, I guess she doesn't see that boy as her boyfriend. I think I'm gonna play with my friend next door. Yeah, no, she just sees him as a friend. I can't believe that boy got friend zoned. That's so funny. I came here because I heard I could make a tidy profit in the local silver trade. Now I just want to go home. Damn Stormwall. May its thorny progeny all suffer uncomfortable bloating. What? A Balrog monster girl. That sounds exciting, I'm not gonna lie. At one time, Barbados was swimming in traders like my husband, but they all tried to go home and got swallowed up by the storms. I'm just grateful to have my family here with me, though. That's enough to keep me happy. Honestly, the monsters in East are... They're all very, like, RPG monstery, but, like, I always like their designs. Especially, like, when you actually get the bestiary. It's fun to, like, look at all their entries and shit. Even the fucking, game manual had like a couple of entries, I remember, and it was always fun like seeing the game manual art of the different monsters. Ah, your name is Drake. And Josh. You're the one that Sloth rescued, aren't ya? Fine right hitter like yours is certainly a rarity around here. Yeah. I guess Adol's hair is quite a bit more red than what you would normally call red hair. Why, if it isn't Adol, you okay to be moving around like that? Every time I stopped by, you were sound asleep. You must have been exhausted. So, heard any murmurings overseas about Esteria? I'd love to know what people are saying about us. Adol told Sloth he had heard the land was cursed. Cursed, huh? That's not really true, but it's not too far off. Guess we can't count on any support from the outside. If they think we're cursed over here, we gotta take action. Anyway, I don't know a whole lot, but I'll gladly answer any questions I can. Ask away. Barbados is the only port town in Esteria. It used to be a small fishing village until silver was discovered nearby, then it boomed overnight. But ever since that storm wall showed up, no ships can get in or out. Our exporting days are over. So now it's just a fishing village again, for the time being anyway. At least everyone got some money from all the silver trade while it lasted, I guess. Esteria is a small island country. There are only a few towns here. Barbados, the walled city of Minea, and Zepik village in the mountains. Not long ago, there was also a town called Raston, but it got wiped out by monsters after the mine closed. The place where I found you is called Whitehorn Beach. Mother of pearl pieces wash ashore there. Great place for a stroll, save for the monsters everywhere. What else? Oh yeah, Darm Tower. Esteria's claim to fame. Sort of. It just seems to kiss the clouds, doesn't it? On clear days, you can see it all the way from Promalok. There are other touristy spots, but they've been infested with monsters ever since the storm wall showed up. Damn thing really make life difficult for us. Yes, the tower is from Origin. Origin is such a good game, honestly. It's called Origin because you literally discover the origin of the tower. It's literally the origin. It appeared, let's see, about 6 months or so ago. The first storm started on a night when some trade ships carrying silver set out from Barbados. Buffeted by the storm, the ships were obliterated, washed ashore on Whitehorn Beach the next morning. We first thought it was an isolated incident, but the same fate's been met by every other ship since. That's how the storm wall got its start, and now we Asterians are pretty much trapped here. You know, it's weird to think that this has only been happening for 6 months, because the way they talk about everything, it sounds like it's been going on for years, but no, it's literally just 6 months. Which is kind of crazy to think about, because that means not even a year ago, Adol could have came here But I guess the storm wall is kind of what made Esteria more famous than before. Most people have just kind of resigned themselves to their fate, but me, I'm too stubborn for that. When the storm wall appeared, monsters came with it. That's what attacked you that day on the beach. We call that particular species Reball. Monsters first appeared on the road up to the mountain, but they began attacking the villages soon after. Barbado in particular was hit pretty badly. Menea seemed just as vulnerable, but they got that wall around them, so they're much more secure. Zepik was spared too somehow. Supposedly kept the monsters out with some kind of mystical bell. We have nothing of that sort here though, so we have to take up arms and defend the village ourselves. Alright, well, you just come back sometimes. Thank you, buddy. So many barrels. Hey, man. We watch the surrounding area from here. That way, if the demons try to mount an attack, we can see them coming and get ready for it. Makes sense. Hey, Sloth. You got anything for me? Not yet. Okay. Hey, can we get the plot moving? Not yet. I forgot what I need to do to make the plot progress. Well, let's venture out into the wilderness then. I'm sure that'll do something. We're completely unarmed. Let's just try to beat some monsters to death with our fists. Alright, I know the bump system. So for those who aren't familiar with the East series, the very earliest games don't have standard combat like what you would expect from JRPGs. You have this bump system where you just run into the enemies until they die. And the enemies can attack you back if you're attacking them diagonally. I mean, if you're attacking them horizontally or vertically head on, they can hit you back. Oh, you already respawned. Thankfully, these wood monsters I can just beat to death with my fists. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just beating them to death with my fists. I think the blue ones are quite a bit stronger though. These are... Yeah, no, these goblin things I straight up cannot damage yet without a weapon. Oh jeez, oh god, I died. Whoops. I forgot to save. I completely fucking forgot to save, that's so funny. Alright, we have to go through this again. I forgot how easy it is to die in this game. You know, in this game it is super easy to die. It's one of those like old game things where it's like it's a little bit harder to die in the second game, but in the first game the difficulty can be unforgiving sometimes in that, well, for one, there's no iframes or anything, so if you get hit, you just get hit. So sometimes you can actually get stun locked, or if you get trapped, it's basically a death sentence. Because there's no such thing as iframes. Thankfully, the text skip is pretty fast. Okay, this time I should save. As you can see, I've already beaten the game before. I didn't realize how many save files I have. Let's put it on 44. Alright, this time we'll fuck around a lot less, and I'm still gonna talk to the NPCs just because, but... Hi, buddy. Oh yeah, one thing I like about these old games is how much the NPCs who just walk around aimlessly. It's like they're literally just coded to just walk in random directions and change directions at complete random. Sometimes it can take them to like really random places around the map. Thankfully, they always like spawn in the same place in the map, so as long as you know where they spawn, you can have a good idea of where they are probably going to be. But then again, random movement is just about like the easiest thing to do with RPGs. And it makes it so that at least the... Hi. So, and it makes it so that at least the NPCs aren't just standing in the same place and not moving. So usually they're unless they're supposed to be stationary, they're usually just set on random movement. I just realized how tiny this house is. There's no kitchen. But then again, that's just pretty typical RPG setup, house setup. Alright, we talked to everyone. File, save. Yes. Alright. Let's be more careful this time. Okay, we are getting hit. So, ow, Jesus, fuck you. Okay, I died. So the thing that's tricky about the bump system is that if you don't hit the enemies in a very specific way, they can counterattack you. So you have to attack them in a very specific way that prevents them from counterattacking you. That usually, ow. That usually means hitting them diagonally or hitting them like off center. Ow. Thankfully we're outside right now, which means we can regen. Never mind, I just died. we are able to regen, so if we manage to survive a fight, we can at least regenerate. Later on, there's gonna be areas where we cannot regenerate, and that's gonna make things a lot harder. Huh. I feel like the regen... Ow. I feel like the regen rate is a little bit faster than I remember from my childhood. Ow. There we go. Training montage. Literally what this is. God, I forgot how fast the monsters respawn in this game. You don't even... Fuck you. Okay, let's just try to reach Minea and progress the plot. We're never gonna get to Minea if we don't run past some monsters. Because the thing is, we may be able to kill the wood monsters, but not only is it inefficient and risky, we also have to kill a bunch of them to actually level up. God, I love the RPG terrain of just random cliffs. Since back then they didn't really have a good way to show like elevational changes, they just have cliffs. And then ever since, cliffs with ramps just became like a staple part of RPG terrains. West Minea Gate. Oh right, I forgot this. I forgot in this setting they have their own units of measurements. 750. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Melier? 5 Cremelier? Of course, in the original version, all these things are written in katakana, so how they're meant to be pronounced is anyone's guess. Someone invented the kilomile, god. Anyways, Minea is very close, so it's literally just right here. Mister, are you a swordsman? You could call me that, but I don't have a sword. Well, the fortune teller lady has been looking for a traveling swordsman. Please, go and see her. I guess I am a level 1 swordsman, but I don't have a sword. No need for swords to be a swordsman. On the other side of the northern pass, there's a huge bowl-shaped crater known as the Bagu Baded. Seems to be where the thieves are coming from. Guess they made their hideout there. Hi, Rhea. I am Rhea, a poet and troubadour. My priceless silver harmonica has been stolen and I don't know what to do. I value it nearly as much as my own life. You can tell that she's an important NPC because she actually has a portrait. Up until now, I've been traveling in search of that perfect melody. I play ancient songs lost to the sands of time, dug from the depth of Esteria's long-forgotten past. But without my silver harmonica, I can play nary a single note. I love it when video games just tell you an NPC is important because they have a portrait and they say important lines. And yeah, you can come up to the rampart and you can see the Dharm Tower from here. It's pretty cool. And you can also kind of see the edge of the crater here too. The Bagu Baded. God, what a fantasy RPG name. Yeah, it's really cool. You can see the... Yeah, no, the tower is incredibly high. Even the crater itself is really high too. Like, the edge of the crater is so freaking high. Right. In true RPG fashion, we have to talk to everyone in this town, which is a lot of people. Before the monster showed up, we used to always play under the huge tree in the plains, but we can't do that now. The grown-ups won't let us go outside the city walls anymore. Ah, that huge tree is gonna be plot relevant. If I could just climb that tree one time, I'd never need to climb another tree ever again. Hi. Oh, something you need? Red hair is rare around here. You're not from these parts, are ya? I'm from the mainland myself, but I got trapped on this lousy island by the storm wall. I think I can cut you a good deal since you're a fellow foreigner. A fellow foreigner. I don't need to buy anything right now. Fun fact, but you can actually haggle with him. If you just keep selecting an item and then saying, no, I'm not gonna buy it, he'll actually lower the price. So you can actually save some money that way. Tabitha. I don't know why, but that name just makes me think of Pokemon. My father is the mayor of Zepik village to the north. Lately he's been a little preoccupied with something though. Last time I saw him he was all like, the villagers mustn't hear of this. Please, if you go to Zepik village, would you talk to him for me? Sure. You must not go into the mine. The monsters there are extremely powerful. You'll be killed for sure. It's fortunate for us that they never ventured outside. Word is, they can't stand the sunlight. Oh yeah, also in true RPG fashion, pretty much everything the NPCs say has something to do with like the game. Pretty much everything they say is a hint about the game. I saw Pim pick a ring off the ground the other day. Right after that, he went straight to his store and put it on the shelf. What kind of a lowlife would just sell something that he finds like that? On the other side of the northern pass, there's a... Oh, why we already talked to you. Did we talk to you? Yes, we did. Ah, there's actually people here. You know that harmonica playing poet girl who hangs up around the ramparts? She's real pretty, and that song of hers is also real pretty. It's mesmerizing. Haven't heard it in a while though. Yeah, no, it is nice that you can actually see the NPCs through roofs, because the roofs like block off so much of your vision. Glug 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 glug. Ah, man, this is the good stuff. That reminds me, I'm gonna take a swig of water. Thank you, Caesar, for I just realized his name is supposed to be Caesar, but it's spelled really funnily.
Welcome. Oh my, a stranger. Don't worry, traveler. The city of Minea is a safe haven from the monsters. You have nothing to worry about here. Hi guys.
Orman. Ah, new face. From whence did you come, sir? Barbado, you say? Ah, you're the lad who crossed the storm wall, then. I heard about you from the members of the Barbado militia when they came here on their rounds. Sorry if I sound a little suspicious when I asked you where you're from. Lately, there's been a lot of break-ins, so I thought maybe you were casing my establishment. Garrick. My name's Garrick. I've been hired by the city to track down those dirty thieves. Sure, I'll have a drink with you. Ain't learned much about the crooks, but I did find out that long ago there were rhoda trees in Esteria. Never heard of a rhoda tree before? Its seeds are said to be one of the finest delicacies in the world. I love to taste one just once before I die. Don't suppose you've come across any, have ya? I literally just got here, dude. But that is basically a quest. Whenever NPCs ask you about something or express a concern, they're giving you a quest. Like in true RPG fashion. Would you hear out a humble patron of this fine watering hole? Sure. Donis. Somewhere in this general area, I lost a beautiful sapphire ring I'd purchased as a gift for my wife. Without it, I feel as if I can't even face her. Damnable thieves! I'll wager this is their doing. As we've heard from another NPC though, it was actually the shopkeeper that picked up the ring. And yes, you are supposed to buy back the ring to give it to that man. It's such a funny quest. Yeah, no, we literally know where it is. Have you visited the fortune teller's house? She may be young, but she's good. If you're ever in need of advice or guidance, she can always set you on the right path. Is your name Chest? Your name is Chest.
I'm Asteria's foremost tour guide. Or at least I used to be. That blasted storm wall and all the monsters have driven me right out of business. There was once an odd old man who wanted to tour the mountain ruins. This was before the storm wall. He seemed to be a scholar and said he was planning on investigating Darm Tower. I hope he's okay. Miner Doug. I used to work in the silver mines, but 6 months ago the tunnels were overrun by monsters. It's all because of those damn dumbed monsters that I got nothing to do but drink up and out.
Sorry to hear that, man. Not long ago, I saw a stranger in town wearing a black cape with a real peculiar pale blue glow to it. You know that's the bad guy from that description. Maybe I was just seeing things, I don't know, but it still gave me the shivers either way. Black cloak? That sounds like a bad guy.
My mother and grandfather say they want to go back to their old home and they look so sad about it. We used to live in the Raston village until the monsters razed it to the ground anyways. The bats that come out from the mine at twilight aren't normal. They ferociously attack both humans and livestock. They were the primary culprits in the destruction of Raston.
So much hints about the game world.
Hi, Mayor.
When the monsters started attacking, a lot of people moved from Raston to Barbado Port. And yeah, Minea is protected by walls, but we just can't shut ourselves away in here. We gotta fight back.
Minea has an ancient history. Supposedly, its walls were built a very long time ago. It's like a miracle that people back then could build huge stone ramparts like these.
Your name is Haystack. On a day like this, when the weather is good, you can see Darm Tower clear as anything from the town's ramparts. It's amazing that our ancestors were able to build a tower that stretches up beyond the clouds. I hate to break this to you, but you shouldn't credit your ancestors with that.
Ever since the silver mine on the mountain was closed, the cost of everything has risen so dramatically. Still, it's not like we could actually sell any of our silver goods. What, with the storm wall and all?
Yeah, it wasn't your ancestors who built that tower. I'm sorry to tell you this. Ah, welcome. You have to be careful when fighting monsters. Never approach them head on. That's suicidal. If you strike from the side or the back, even the toughest enemy can be taken down easily. Who was that again? Demons or gods? We'll have to find out. We're not gonna buy anything just yet though. Come again. Dios. Ever since I played this game as a kid, this guy has always made me think of Dragon Ball because of his fucking outfit. It's the orange and the blue. It just makes me think of fucking Dragon Ball. And he even has blonde hair too.
Ah, welcome.
Offense is a great luxury, but defense is an absolute necessity. As such, proper armor is vital. He really has the Goku fit. They say the best defense is a good offense, but if the situation gets ugly, offense won't matter one whit. And yeah, this guy sells armor and shield. Come again. Okay, this is a funny thing I never thought about when I played this as a kid, but I love the fact that these two, the armor smith and the weaponsmith, live in the same house. And look, they share a room. They have separate beds, but they live in the same house and they share a room. I know it's literally just to make it easy to find where the store is, but like, it's so funny looking at this now and thinking about it in universe. Like, oh, they definitely got something going on. Dio's Armory and what's the other guy's name? Rossetti's Weaponry. You know, it's so funny. They share a room and everything. Alright, we already talked to you. And we already talked to you, Haystack. Old name Betel. We're very fortunate to have Dr. Klaus in our city. His potions really hit the spot. Anytime there's an emergency, he's always there in a flash. He's a true hero to us all. I saw this really sculpted, scrumptious looking man on the other day. Real debonair too, with his black cape. Oh my god, the way you talk. Scrumptious. But when he looked at me, I swear I was scared out of my mind. His eyes were almost inhuman. Girl, come on.
You're not too bad looking yourself, actually. But you might be a little young for what I have in mind.
Yeah, Adol's a teenager. Lady. Adol's a teenager. You're gonna have to wait several years for that.
My grandpa often tells me Esterian fairy tales. My favorite one is the one about the silver sword used to defeat an army of monsters a long time ago.
Ah, this is the plot. This is where we advance the plot, so let's not do this yet. Did we talk to everyone? Sarah's been acting rather odd lately. She's been going on and on about the world coming to an end. That's fortune tellers for you. Boss Bangoa. Have you seen a one-eyed man around here? His name is Donis. Damn fool, he's down and out right now, so he's been neglecting his work. He's run off somewhere to boot. An escort mission where Adol can measure his quarry. God. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. I think that's in I know, I think there's one in this game and there's the one in the second game as well. I think it's in both games.
The path around the town walls is pretty narrow. Transporting silver to Barbadoport was a pain even before the storm wall as a result. We've considered erecting a south gate, but we don't want to compromise the wall structure, you know.
For those who are not familiar with what Gator is talking about, you will see when we get there eventually.
Is there one in Salceda too? I've never actually played Salceda before.
I should do that someday. It would be a fresh experience for sure.
Ever since monsters started showing up, all the children are prohibited from leaving the city. They look like they've grown tired of being cooped up here, but what else can we do? It's for their own good.
My mother lives by herself in Barbados.
Hey Freddy.
I keep trying to tell her to come move in with me since it's so much safer inside the city walls, but she won't listen. To be fair, the monsters spawn like every 2 seconds, so I can't blame them.
Oh, it's in Oath in Felgana?
I feel like there's that kind of fan service Easter eggs in like a lot of these games. And they're always like Easter eggs, like you have to do such specific things in order to pull them off. Specific things that are often very risky to pull off, mind you. Like they really make you go, they really make you pull some, finagle some tricks just to get some fan service. It's quite amusing, honestly. Anyways, let's progress the plot.
Hi Sarah. Oh my. It's you. You are not from Esteria, correct? Did you come here by crossing the storm wall? Goddesses, thank you. I've waited so long for this day. You are the one whom I've been seeking. Please get your equipment in order and return here at once. I must beg a favor of you.
AKA, go equip some stuff. Yeah, no, like... It's so funny, East Games does have fan service, but the fan service are so specific and you have to do such specific things to pull them off.
Please purchase and equip a sword, armor, and shield and return to this house.
Alright, we have our first plot progressing quest, which is get some equipment. I guess now is as good as time any to buy some armor.
Chainmail. It's made of knitted chain, easy to move around and well ventilated so as to not slow cook its wearer.
Yeah, sure, I'll buy it. I'm too lazy to haggle.
Thank you. Use it well.
Get your broke ass some equipment.
The small shield is made of reinforced wood, is light and easy to use.
I cannot afford that. I guess I will have to haggle. How many times do I have to do this before you lower the price? Never mind, I don't have the patience for this. I'll just go get 100 gold. Alright, that's actually equip art. How do I open what are the controls for equip? Oh, it's in the big menu.
Yay, chainmail.
We now have 15 defense. Alright, now that we have our first plot progressing quest, let's go talk to some NPCs and kill some monsters. Is there anything over here? I don't think so. No, it's just a bunch of barrels. By the way, have you guys ever watched the East anime? I remember watching it a long time ago and like comparing it to the games. It's very different from the games, honestly. Is that what it's called? I'm so glad these wood guys only do 1 damage to me now that I actually have... Oh, Jesus Christ. I still have to not take so much fucking damage. I'd be lying if I said east. You got that right. Ow. Fuck you. By the way, how do you guys like this old game UI? Like this fancy border, the fancy HP bars for both you and your enemies. Oh jeez. It's like such a fancy UI. Unfortunately, this UI kind of disappears in the later games as they become more and more modern. Ow. Yeah, no, honestly, the big fancy UIs of old games is genuinely really attractive, and it's kind of a shame that, like, modern games kind of phase out that kind of artistic UIs. Like, even with other old games, you can kind of see this transition happen. Like, in Diablo 2, like, the HP and mana orbs are like so big and fancy, and like there's all these like frames and stuff. But then when you get to Diablo 3, like all the fancy shit just goes away, and the visual design just completely changes. I feel like it's the same deal with a lot of like long-running RPG series, where the older games have all these cool fancy UI, but the later games just have such simplified HUD stuff. Yeah, no, that's true. The UI is also a little bit spoilery, but you're not gonna know that for sure. You're not gonna know that for now. Alright, Sloth, you have something to give me. Let's talk. Eh? Not yet? Okay. Who else do I have to talk to first? Do I have to talk to your dad? Hey. No, not yet. Who do I have to talk to? Oh, hold on, you have something interesting to say. In the ruins past Zepik village, there's a row of statues depicting a winged goddess. Their beauty is nothing else like nothing else I've ever seen. Actually though, that shrine is awfully cramped inside, considering how big it looks from the outside. Or maybe I'm just misremembering. Oh, did the Picards multiply? I feel like there's more of them in there than I looked last time. Still locked. God, I wish I remember. Who do I have to talk to get the knife? You know, I'm pretty sure there was only 4 Picards, and now there's 5. They must have procreated while we were out.
You know what? I trust our militia. They look after us, Minea, and even Zepik. They're good people. But we can't just take them for granted. I mean, you just never know, right?
You got that right. Hold on, how do I get Sloth to give me the knife? Sloth, you're supposed to give me a knife. How do I get a knife from you? Oh fuck, I accidentally skipped the text. Fuck me. Hold on, I'll load the game. I'll load the game and go back to read the text. I didn't realize he had new lines to say. Alright, load. Hi dog. Alright, let's try this again, buddy. Nothing. Alright. What? What do I have to do to make you say the new stuff? I just have to bother him, it looks like. Yeah, no, you're right. I just have to bother him enough that he'll give me a knife. What? What? Give me a knife. What? What was the trigger to... What was the trigger to that event? What the hell? Why do you only give me a knife when I'm skipping the text? Let's go talk to your dad again and see what happens. What the hell is the trigger for that event? What? Do I have to go actually talk to your dad and the nurse one more time? Because that's the only thing I can think of that would trigger that event. Or do I have to talk to, like, other NPCs? The trigger is apparently to ask him about the 4 topics and then leave. I could have sworn I already asked him about the 4 topics. That's so weird. Okay, and then leave. And I guess re-enter. What in the world? I'm so confused right now. Oh, there's multiple dogs, I just realized. Dude, I need a knife, man. Why is he not giving me a knife? What the hell? Oh, I have to talk to all the villagers? Did I miss someone? I could have sworn I did. Oh, did I miss you? Yes, you're the one I missed. Oh, okay, okay. Wow, that is so tricky. Alright, give me the knife, man. You've got an iron will, man. You may just be what we need. The storm wall has claimed so many lives and it needs to stop. I assume you're looking to travel all over Esteria, no? That's a really bad idea. You'll be eaten by the monsters for sure. No good can come of it. Why not join the town militia instead? You've sure got the guts for it. Adol explained that he wanted to confirm Esteria's current affairs with his own eyes. Yeah, I figured. I know your type. I doubt I could ever change your mind. You're a wild one for sure. Takes nothing short of a miracle to make it through the storm wall alive. This is my place. I know that. But it's not yours. No, Destiny's got bigger things in mind for you, definitely. Anyways, when you leave here, go north. We're just a hop, skip, and a jump away from Minea. I know, I already been there. Minea is Esteria's largest city. You're sure to find some useful information there. Oh yeah, and take this with you. Thank you for the knife. Consider it a parting gift. All of us militants carry these. They're small, but they get the job done. Haven't got much in the way of armor, but there's a good shop for that in Minea. Be sure to stop by when you can.
Take care, and if you come around again, drop in. Thank you, man. Big preach. Oh. I guess you got nothing more to say. Finally, we have strength 15. Dr. Bluto, Ayla, Slav, Stefan, Jacob, Drake, Old Man, Vitello, Fran, Arcia, Old Man Pestle, Marco, Torrance, oh my god, there's way more NPCs than I realized. Anyways, we finally have a knife. Now we just need to have enough gold to buy a shield. And now that we have a knife, we can shred through these guys much more easily. And like in true RPG fashion, we are supposed to just grind for gold. And also, now that we have a knife, we can actually kill these goblins. Since their defense is just high enough that you can't kill them barehanded at level 1. Yay, we can actually kill things now. Also, notice our sprite actually has a sword now. Man, after such a long intro to the game, we're finally out here killing shit. But you do gotta set up the story and all. The plains is pretty big. South Minea, North Zepik and Rastin. Like, the plains is a pretty big open area that takes quite a bit of time to explore, and since there's no real like landmarks of note, it can be easy to get lost here sometimes. I know I certainly got lost here several times, but thankfully your movement speed is actually pretty good, so it doesn't take too long to navigate around. And we have lots of opportunities to grind for gold and EXP by killing these goblin things. Ow. I don't think we have a bestiary yet, though. Do we? Oh no, we do have a journal thing. Oh. Oh, hey, thank you for the Schlorpen posture redeem. I will fix my posture and rehydrate. Honestly, the bestiary is one of those things I love about RPGs. I love getting to learn about the different monsters of the world. Like, these goblins are called Curloid, a dwarf from the plain. Oh, I guess they're dwarves, not goblins. Looks fearsome, but is actually quite weak. May present a challenge at first, but will quickly become a pushover. Oakrot, a bloated dryad from the plains, formed from the malevolence within a rotted tree. Very dry, inhibiting its mobility, which makes it easy foe to take down. You know, mandatory in Falcom games. That's good, honestly. Bestiary should be in more games. Reball. A red-furred feral dog that roams the Esterian plains. Moves quickly and often attacks in packs, making a real threat to unwary travelers. How much malevolence a tree can contain. Yeah, Omori also has a nice bestiary. Man, I've never actually played Omori before. I've watched streamers play Omori, but I've never actually played it myself. North is Epic Village, Rastin, South Minea. Ah, there's a treasure chest over there. Oh geez, that's a reball. Oh geez, that's another reball. I don't know if I can kill them yet. I know that if they hit me, I'm dead though. Oh, yes, I managed to catch him on the side, on the flank. Ah! Oh jeez, I'm dying.
Yeah, reballs are pretty deadly. Corner strats. Yeah, no, corner strats really is what you have to rely on in this game to survive. Like, if you can push them into a corner, it's very easy to... Ah. Jeez, that's 6 damage, man. If you can, like, push the enemy into a corner, it's very easy to get hits off of them without getting hit back. Oh, jeez. I'm glad the enemies just kind of move randomly, though. Ow. I'm also glad I can regenerate so fast. East Zepik, Northwest Rastin, South Minea. Okay, let's go to Zepik. North Zepik, okay. Oh, fuck, I'm dying. Ow. Fuck you. Yeah, we can kind of just tank hits from their Okrots now. Oh, Jesus. Not so much the reballs, though. The reballs are still pretty deadly. Oh, there's a little nook here. There's a secret here somewhere, but I don't know if I can get it yet. Ah, fuck, I died. I should be more careful about taking on reballs. Die. Was there anything here? Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Nope, nothing here. I'm like spamming the Z key in order to see if there's anything there. Zepik Village, here we go. When I was young, I used to archive historical documents. One of them tells of 2 goddesses who saved the country from a great cataclysm. If such goddesses truly existed, we wouldn't have to live in fear of those accursed monsters. You have no idea, buddy. Yeah, no, that is a pretty heavy conversation opener. If you ask me, it's trouble. With so many elderly people here, we're sitting ducks if ghouls should come knocking. Though we haven't been attacked yet, not even once. Supposedly all thanks to this village's treasure, the silver bell. Minea's in a bad way. The thieves have been on a rampage there recently. Guess it's because that's where all the rich folks live. Have you been to the lakeshore? It's so pretty. You should see it for yourself sometimes. The pier especially is the perfect spot for basking in the sun. Out in the western fields there are 2 giant trees. One is towards the south and the other is west of the old mine. When I was young, I used to go out and pick delicious fruit all the time. Wish I could do that again. Oh, I already talked to you. Albert. I saw a very suspicious looking man wearing a black cape earlier. He was in an awful hurry. Ran right out of town to the north. There's nothing up there but monsters and thieves. I wonder if he fell into either category. I like that he would just assume that a guy is just a monster. Honestly, that's a fair assumption to make though. Everyone hates the thieves, but their leader, Goban, is a really great man. Once, when I was under attack, he came to my aid. Saved my life, he did. Well, if that bell's sound keeps the monsters away, well then that bell is my new best friend for sure. You can say that again. Ah, hi. Hi, Jeba. I love Belle. You're not from Esteria. Who are you? No one has ever made it past the storm wall. If you feel like you need some guidance, I recommend paying a visit to the fortune teller in Minea. Huh. I guess you don't have plot important things to say to me just yet. Back in my mining days, I once came across an old chamber filled with light, and therein I saw the two most beautiful statues of the two goddesses. It felt sacred, like I was looking on the guardian spirits of the mine. Since then, we miners have been praying every day. One day, one of the goddess statues just disappeared, without a trace. We all took that to be an omen, but what does it mean? Foreshadowing! That's what it means. A strange old woman named Jeba lives in this village. When I was young, she told me all about the history of Esteria. Long ago, this was a bigger, lovelier country ruled by two goddesses. Buddy, you won't believe it. Ah, thank you for the Slurp redeem, Manager Bunny. I do need to rehydrate more. Especially since I've been reading a lot of these NPCs' lines. Oh, young man, where did you come from? Ah, from Barbados. You know Dr. Bluto then? Good, good. I have something to tell you, but you must promise you will not let the villagers know about. I'm literally just some guy. You can't put this on me right away. Come on, man. Will you keep this conversation between us? Yeah, sure. Okay, whatever. This village's charm of protection, the silver bell, has been stolen by the thieves. I desperately wish to get it back. If worst comes to worst, I'll pay any price the thieves may ask. Will you negotiate with them on my behalf? I'd ask the villagers, but they simply mustn't know of this. Yeah, I can do that. You'll do it? Thank you so much. The thieves' den is north of the village on the mountain road. If you meet their leader, please tell him I'll pay whatever price he asks for the bell. I'm counting on you, young sir. Negotiate, quote unquote. Funnily enough, in this game, you guys will see when we actually get there. Hi, buddy. Pablo. The mayor's acting quite suspect. He keeps wandering around the village muttering something under his breath. Something about giving the thieves everything he owns and hoping that's enough. What is that all about? Don't worry about it. Pete and Pablo would be friends. I do love how like sometimes they just have like normal last names and then sometimes they're just names like Jeba and Adol. When I woke up this morning, my husband Luta was gone. He was probably sleepwalking again. Where on earth could he be at this time? That's a quest. We gotta look for Luta. And Chest. Yeah, no, it's like they have such random ass names like Chest and Haystack, and then there's just normal names like Pete and Pablo. It's so random. Anyways, we have like a bunch of quests lined up. Oh, we already talked to Corvo. Alright, before we go up the mountain, let's save the game. Because there's zombies here that are pretty tough. Ow! Well, speak of tough. I guess I shouldn't come here yet. Alright. Let's do some more exploring. Well, actually, first let's go buy the shield now that we can actually afford it. Oh my god. Yeah, no, this thing can happen in this game where you and your enemy kill each other at the same time because of the way the bump system works. Ow. Oh my god. A head-on attack hits that hard? There we go. Diagonal attack. If you're wondering why I'm moving around diagonally so much, it is specifically so I can catch the enemy's tail. Because it's easier to catch their tails when you're moving diagonally. Ow. Never. Not unless you hit their head, I guess. In which case you're just making a head-on attack. Ow. Rude. Honestly, as far as the RPG combat system goes, the bump system is actually quite unique, I have to say. It's very different from like a lot of other RPG systems that just have like turn-based combat or normal action combat where you just make an attack and you hit the enemies and stuff. Like the bump system is so fucking different from everything else. I really can't think of like another game that actually uses this system. Except for the ones in this series, of course, but... Oh wow, I'm close to leveling up. Yeah, no, the bump system is actually really hard because it's so easy to get hit. Like that. It really is like a super... It really is a very different kind of combat system. Ah, yeah. Bullet hell is always a fun way to handle combat. And if you're wondering, yes, the combat in this entire game from start to finish is the bump system. That's the only way you're going to be attacking enemies. This changes in the second game where you actually have magic, but for now, all we have is the bump. All we have is crashing into enemies until they die. Oh, right, I forgot. Falcom is a remake of Ys 3. This Mario counts up. No, Mario's is a jump system. That's a slightly different thing. I completely forgot that Falcom is a remake of Ys 3. I've never played Ys 3. I've only ever played Falcom before. Alright, I'm here to buy your shield. Oh, so it's in the fourth game that you actually start having normal combat. I see. Yes. When in the timeline of games was Falcom made? I know Falcom is a remake of 3 with like a new magic system and everything, but like I don't actually know. Was Falcom made after like 5 and? Okay, it definitely came after 5. Did it come after 6 as well? Because I know Napishtim is a remake of 6, right? Oh, we have a shield now. If I remember correctly, Napishtim is a remake of 6. And I know Napishtim came out after... I know Origin came out after Falcom because Origin improved upon Falcom's systems. And I know Napishtim comes after both of those because it has its own new magic system. I just don't know the specific timeline of when these games were released. Alright, let's complete our first story quest. Swordsman, thank you for returning. Tell me, are you familiar with the books of Ys? No, give me that lore.
Ys was the name of an ancient kingdom that existed here ages ago. The lost history of the land is written within the books of Ys. It is unknown, however, who actually inscribed their words, but the 6 books detail the reason for Ys's fall from grace. My crystal ball tells me that one of the books is in the mountain shrine. Swordsman, will you seek the books?
Yes.
You will? Ah, Swordsman, you are truly the man I've been seeking. Thank you so very, very much. Please take this with you. It will show you the way within the shrine. Yay! First, please visit Jeba in the village of Zepik. She is my aunt. She knows a great deal about the history of Ys. I am certain she will be of aid to you. Zepik village is to the northeast, just outside of Minea. You have passed through it on the way to the shrine. Mask of the Sun and Dawn of Ys used to be... Oh... Interesting. Memories of Salsetta use the action combat. Man, there's so many gaps in this series I never actually played before. That's so interesting. Go away, boss Bangoa. Rhea, are you still looking for your harmonica? Why is everyone here? Oh. I love listening to Rhea play her harmonica. I hope the thieves are caught soon. When Rhea would play, it would always make me feel so alive. I just wish I could hear that melody one more time. When Rastan village was destroyed and we sought refuge here, Rhea's songs were our only real solace. I just wish I could find that harmonica she keeps going on about as a token of my thanks to her. Say, isn't her harmonica made of silver? Seems all the silver stuff has been targeted by thieves lately. How very odd. Oh yeah, I just realized we're level 2 now. We must have... Oh, that's what that sound effect was. When we finished Sarah's quest, we leveled up to level 2. I forgot that quests actually give you EXP in this game. Which is kind of a funny thing to say, because like, it would make sense, right? That completing quests would give you EXP. But it's just something I straight up never even occurred to me. Probably because the level cap in this game is so low. The level cap is you cap out at level 10. And by the time you get to level 10, you just stop. You get to level 10 like halfway through the game, and at that point you just stop getting EXP, so it's very easy to forget that you get EXP from things. Oh, Odin Felgana happened 3 years after 1 and 2? I thought it was just 1 year. Ys 4 happened 1 year before the third. What the hell? Okay, I didn't realize the timeline was that out of order. I thought it just happened chronologically. But it looks like I was mistaken. Oh, so 3 years after 1 and 2. Wow, I actually didn't know that. I really did thought it was just 1 year after Ys 2. Alright, Jeba. Sarah's crystal. I see. So you're the swordsman Sarah has been seeking all this time. You intend to find the Book of Ys within the shrine, do you? I believe you'll be needing this key then. Oh, thank you for the shrine key. The ruins atop the mountain were once known as Solomon's Shrine. If one of the books of Ys is there, it will no doubt be somewhere in the shrine's lower levels. The entrance to the lower levels is well hidden, but that crystal will show you the way. Virtually anything may await you in there, however. Make certain you're well prepared before you go. Thank you. Oh,
I thought I was stuck behind her chair for a second. Shrine key. What the fuck? Ah, plot items. East 10 happens a month after East... What? East 10 happens a month after the What the... Chair battle. Why would they do the timeline like that? What the... So that's how they intend to make indefinite games about Adol. They just keep putting in more stuff in between the games. God, that is so weird though. Why would they do that to the timeline? Okay, now these zombies are actually killable. Now that I'm level 2 and have gear. Let's see, these monsters are called Unugan, a sword guardian of the shrine in life. Resurrected by a sinister will, inside its armor, it is completely decayed. The stench of death on it is overpowering. Honestly, these guys, I know I can't show you guys the instruction book art because I don't have it anymore, but in the instruction book art, these guys actually look pretty badass. They're like zombie soldiers, and they actually look pretty cool. And I think these guys were honestly like the first zombies I ever encountered in a fantasy setting. I mean, I guess Diablo 2 is also a fantasy setting, but that one is very different. Alright, before we go up to the shrine, that's... Oh wait, no, this is the shrine. Ah! Did you ever play... I did not play Dragon Quest. Oh, I leveled up. I'm level 3 now. Oh, so there's zombies in Dragon Quest 2. So funny thing about the way the leveling system in this game works is that unlike a lot of later RPGs, your EXP gain does not scale with the EXP you get from fighting enemies does not scale with your level. What that means is that no matter how high your level is, enemies will always drop the same amount of EXP. And since your EXP requirements doesn't actually go up that high, you can actually farm up a lot of levels in this area just by killing these zombies. And that's what I used to do. I would deliberately overlevel in this area just to make the later areas easier. This is the shrine. The shrine is like one of the coolest places in this game, honestly. It's one of my favorite places in this game, actually. But we're not ready to take on that quest yet. We're not ready for that dungeon. Let's go talk to the Bandit Lord. Oh yeah, and also fun fact, in when we bought this game all the way back when we bought this was in Taiwan, so like the booklet was localized to Chinese, and in the Chinese translation of the Unungun, they literally just called it Zombie Soldier. A very direct translation. Morgan the Thief. Lugan the Thief. Talk. You're either brave or stupid, kid. Why have you come here? Don't tell me you actually came here to hunt us down all by yourself. Negotiate. Huh? Who told you we stole the silver bell? I'm afraid you're misinformed. We know how important the silver bell is to the people of Zepik. Stealing that would break the villagers' hearts, and that's something we would never do. What do you mean we're rampaging through the city, stealing everyone's silver? That's some kind of joke? You've got it all wrong, kid. Believe it or not, there really is honor among thieves. We only steal from those who make their money by the blood and sweat of honest workers. If it's stolen silver you're after, look around you. Not a trace of it here. All of ours was stolen too. If we ever find the culprit, he's gonna pay dearly. You can be sure of that. Believe whatever you'd like, but I'm telling you, we have nothing to do with it. Thank you for clearing stuff up, buddy. That damn that damn bandit keeps turning up in the weirdest places. Esteria is not a big country. There are only so many places one can hide, so why the hell is he so hard to catch? The chest is empty. Yeah, see, all their shit got stolen too. The arm tower is swarming with monsters. Some are even equipped with swords and armor. It's sickening. If I were to go in there, I think I'd probably just let muscle impulses take over and try not to think. I love the way you talk, man. I love the way you talk. The translation for Super Mario 64 levels names were also very literal. Yeah, no, that tends to be the case with Chinese translations. Chinese translation of things often make things very literal. Adol pushes against the door, but it did not budge, nor did there seem to be any keyhole. Man, look at that plot important door. And yeah, if you haven't pieced it together from what the thieves say, this is the opening to the Dharm Tower, which is the endgame dungeon that we're not going into yet because we're not anywhere near close to endgame yet. God, we're killing these zombies so fast now that we're level 3. It's crazy how much difference one level makes. This game does the old RPG thing where it's like damage calculation is very straightforward. It's just attack minus defense, and that was it. And that's why even just gaining a single level can easily like obsolete all the enemies in your area. It's because your stats, any increase to your stats would directly scale with like the amount of damage you deal and the amount of damage you take. Do you mean to tell me it wasn't the thieves? They're not the ones who stole the silver bell? How am I supposed to believe that? Who else would do such a thing? I suppose there was that man in the black cape whom several villagers saw on the mountain road. Complicated damage calculations? I guess it depends really. A lot of modern games do percentage calculations, but I know even in RPG Maker they have a very specific formula for damage calculation. That was like strength times 4 minus defense times 2 or something like that. Like a lot of games have figured out different forms of damage calculation just to make things a little bit different for one reason or another. Yeah, no, monster anatomy stuff is always fun, and certainly if an RPG has the complex enough programming to make the part of the monster like where you have to like actually target specific parts of their body for weakness and stuff, that would definitely make it more interesting. But this is a game from 1989, so no such luck here. At this point, I know that our main quest is to go into the shrine, but at this point I kind of want to explore the plains around, because there's a lot of side quests we can do here. Dwarf Fortress. Man, I've heard a lot about that game. I've never played it myself, but it sounds interesting. Ah, treasure. Bestiary potion has been obtained. Potion blessed by a priest. Gives insight on defeated enemies. Yay, bestiary potion. Adol drank the potion and felt more deeply aware of the threats around him. 40D days. I have no idea what that is. Yay, now we can have enemy info pop up on the corner, so we'll always know what we're fighting and what their stats are. Well, we won't always know what their stats are. You only unlock their stats as you fight them.
It's nice to have the bestiary potion though. Something sparkling at the bottom of the pond. Golden vase has been found. Beautiful golden vase has a hole for some variety of ornament. I forgot if the golden vase is important or not. It's too heavy to carry just one hand. Your UI could give more elements. Oh, Dwarf Fortress. Interesting. Ow. Dude. I forgot if the golden vase is important or if it's just something you sell. Because there are actually items in this game you can sell for gold. Man, now that I'm level 3, I can just tank so many hits. Ah, it's the Rhoda tree. We have nothing to do here yet, though. We will later on for plot reasons, but not right now. Selling mechanics. Yeah, no, selling mechanics is definitely like a very underdeveloped part of it. Unless it's like a game revolved around selling stuff like Reciteer. A locked chest. The Rhoda tree where the Rhoda lives. Oh yeah, one thing that's fun about the East series is that, like any game, the character designs and stuff get more and more fantastical as the series goes on. In the first game, most characters just look like regular humans, and most of the fantastical stuff is just monsters. But like later on in the series, you start getting people with like animal ears and stuff. Like, it's in the later games that they start getting more and more fantastical. Caves of Kud had an interesting system. Ego stat, like how good of a deal you can get, and that also makes you psychic power. Huh. That is a fun way to handle it, honestly. If you're too psychic, you actually... Interdimensional assassins. Wow. That's quite a trade-off. I've already been here. Man, it feels nice to just be running around exploring. That is a fun part of RPGs. Oh, we just leveled up. We're level 4 now. Oh, we already been here. Let's save. It's like, again, it's very easy to hit the level cap, and you really do it like halfway through the game. To Rastin Mine. Yeah, this is where the Rastin village used to be. And this right here is the entrance to the mine, but we're not going into the mines yet. The monster in the mines are way too tough for us right now. We will just get one shot in there. And remember, we're level 4 right now. The level cap is 10. Once we hit level 10, we're not gonna ever level up again. Ah, there's the other tree. The other Rhoda tree. Again, plot important, but we haven't unlocked the importance yet. Because we're still very early in the game. Oh, hey Pickard. Ah! Whoops. I
I didn't mean to blow you to pieces, Pickard. An animal bred for its obnoxiously cute and tender little body. Sup on its toothsome niblets slathered in rota butter or straddling bacon. Absolutely delicious. Oh, thank you for the Schlorp and posture redeem, Manager Bunny. I will check my posture and Schlorp. How much do the equipment scale? The equipments are really what, in the late game, the equipments are basically the only things that that's gonna be increasing your stats. Like, the equipment you should really think about as just an extension of your stats, basically. So it's like eventually once you stop leveling up, equipment is gonna be what actually makes a difference to your level. Alright, let's not bother killing those Pickards. There's no reason for us to do that. If I remember correctly, Luta should be around here somewhere. Ah, whoops. The bump system makes it so easy to accidentally kill. Where's Luta? Is he around here somewhere? Why is my frame rate dipping? No, this is just the main section. Could have sworn Luta was around here somewhere. Why is my frame rate dipping so hard? What is going on? Luta, where are you, buddy? Come out. Huh? I could have sworn he's around here somewhere. Huh. I wonder where the hell Luta went. I mean, this map is only so big. That's the Rastin mines. I must have forgotten to fill out the holes so the monsters still spawning. Zipic. Yeah, no, the monsters respawn really fast in this game. It's like the moment you're outside of... The moment you're no longer looking at the frame where their spawning location is, they just instantly spawn. Yeah, huh, where the hell is Luta? I guess I'll have to find him next time. Because it's getting rather late here, and I should really rest soon. All right. That's saved. Oh, I just realized we have a ton of gold actually, huh? Alright, I think this is a good place to stop for tonight. For our first stream of Ys Chronicles Plus. It's really nice to revisit this game after so long, honestly. And the music and the story is honestly it's such a fun ride, honestly. Oh yeah, I forgot, Adol's last name is Kristen. Yeah, thank you all for watching. I'll definitely stream this game again sometimes. I don't know when yet. We'll see. But yes, good night for now. Bye everyone. Thank you for watching.